Commander Boreal. Enemy forces in our perimeter.
Where?
Southern Quadrant, but they were on the move. Current location unknown.
There is no time to be lost. Battle, brothers! Space Marines, today the enemy is at our door. We know our duty and we will do it. We fight for our honor as Blood Ravens, as Space Marines, and we fight in the name of the Emperor. And if we die this day, we die in glory. We die heroes' deaths, but we shall not die. No, it is the enemy who will taste death and defeat, as you know. Most of our battle brothers are stationed in space, prepared to deep strike. Our perimeter has been prepared in the event that our enemies should be so bold and so foolish. We have placed numerous beacons, allowing for multiple, simultaneous, and devastating defensive deep strikes. Codex Astartes names this maneuver Steel Rain. We will descend upon the foe. We will overwhelm them. We will leave none alive. Meanwhile, our ground forces will ensure the full defense of our headquarters. We are the Space Marines. We are the Emperor's Fury. Deep strike squads, prepare for deployment. Brothers, strike at will.
Is but a doorway.
Anoki Bravo! Attack! We have lost one of the deep strike beacons, sir.
Yes, we have.
Sir, every beacon we lose reduces our ability to strike on the field.
Do you think I care if we lose a beacon or two? This is war! War! All we need is enough battle brothers on the ground that we can crush them under our boot heels and destroy them with our bolters. That is what matters, Space Marine!
Eternity of quiet and cold.
Arias, we haunt the dreams of the living. Biological corridors. Destroy us listening. Quiet and cold. You will die. Border scouts study. Awaiting commands. I do not appreciate my time being wasted. Perfect union of flesh and metal. Orders. Receiver. Task completed. The legions are ready. We are the greatest warriors this You are fortunate that I permit you to bask in my glory. Tomb Spider ready for orders. Your will. They will fall. Their presence will not be tolerated.
till the last Space Marine drops his gun and falls.
My sleep of ages waits for you.
She is coming.
Appreciate my time being wasted. Death is the fate you deserve. Know your place. Eternal legions to war. We are enlightened.
Sir, we have lost nearly half of our deep strike beacons.
Damn. We've got to hit them harder. This is Commander Boreal to relay. Send us all the units you have. Do you hear?
Affirmative, Lieutenant. Speak. I presume too much.
The warmth of the living surrounds us.
I do not appreciate my time being wasted.
Attacking. These builder scarabs are awaiting your orders.
Silence, fool.
Dispatching hostiles. Processing. Moving. Orders received. Attack scarabs move. Attack scarabs move.
sir. We are blind down there. There are only a couple of beacons left.
Throw what we've got at them. Just need to keep them disoriented.
Yes, sir.
Stationary mode. Moving to specified coordinates.
Speak. We are enlightened.
Scanning area. This grave is awaited in coordinates. Scanning area.
Speak.
Scanning area.
We are enlightened. Silence, fool. Where is the biological life?
Standing by. Builders carriage ready.
That's a waste of time. There is still a life in the galaxy. Pathetic and soulless. Are at your disposal.
Scarabs ready.
This is going to be easy. They will not see us coming.
The legions are ready. The Deathmarks heed. Fulfilling contract. Fulfilling contract. They will disappear. As you order. The Deathmarks heed. The Deathmarks heed. Of course. Now who was responsible for that incident?
Scarabs standing by. Activate 4, 3, 7.
Speak. Executing. The target has been found. Of course.
Receiving in stationary mode. Activating alert 4, 3, 7. Activating alert 4, 3, 7.
Let's go to death. If that is your wish, we do as you demand.
In stationary mode.
En route.
Scanning area. For the dynasty. Eradicating.
Space Marines, attack!
Make us proud, brothers.
Awaiting target designation. We are the greatest warriors this galaxy has ever witnessed.
Red line.
is hostile to anyone. Breathe out. Orders. Scanning area.
Necrons approach. Ready yourself, Blood Ravens. Deep strike, deploy. Deploy! Send everything you've got! You read me, everything you've got!
Solo-tank ready to serve. Ionic orb in receipt. Forces detected.
Land Raider has entered the battle.
bombardment, immediately!
They're right on top of us! The collateral!
Fire! We are space marines! If we are to die, our enemies will die beside us!
Yeah!
slaughter us to it. Once more, I wish I could have our people to war. We free the living from their shackles.
Have failed. The Emperor. In his last moments of life, Force Commander Boreal suddenly understood the full extent of his error. He had completely underestimated the threat of the Necron horde. With terrifying force, they had poured across the borders of the lands of solitude, slaughtering all in their path. As the last flicker of consciousness was dissipating from his clouded eyes, the great Space Marine reviewed all that had passed, and saw that by the time his scouts had spied the Necrons through their scopes, his defeat was already inevitable. The Space Marines must revise their protocols. Segmentum must be warned. And with that single thought, Boreal tried to rise. But the fingers of a cold, lifeless hand were suddenly clamped around his arm. His soul had not yet left his body, and now it was destined for a more terrible fate than death. He would never join the God Emperor. Once, in another age, the Necrons had fought a great war in the Karuva system, and lost. Awakened again, so many millennia later, they found new, strange, and terrible armies around them. This time, however, profiting from the confusion of the living, they would not be denied victory.
which teemed with the dark forms of the Necron army. Great tomb ships stood guard while others launched on excursions of conquest. In all doings, their enemies succumbed quickly in confusion and terror. This was no accident. Where the Caldervan Necrons went, their god, the Great Deceiver, ever clouded the minds of their foes.